Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hezonja, and it's Garuba in at the 4. Here's Campazzo. There's Tavares, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Drives to the hoop, and he slams it one-handed.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
Moron, that's good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Campazzo. There's a good screen. Out to the wing. Here's Garuba. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Poirier passes to Larkin. Out to the right wing. And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. And you take a look at this home team. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they're right in the hunt. We knew they'd fight and scratch and claw their way into contention. And I've been impressed with the spirit of this bunch.
Musa with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Nwora. Hezonja defending. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The offensive rebound. Garuba, at this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Thompson passes to Larkin. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Campazzo. Pass to Hezonja. Inside. Garuba's shot is off.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
There's the pick. Here's Larkin. No good. That would have tied it. A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Campazzo. And it's Smith with the rebound. Here's Larkin. Pass to Nwora. Here's Larkin. Just 4 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Nwora. Rebound by Tavares. Tavares has got his 4th rebound in this one. The 3. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 8 points.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
Thompson looking for an opening. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. An easy 2 points on the layup. 10 points for him.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important. Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
They set the pick. Here's Musa. Offline with his three. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Nice shot by Larkin.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Thompson. Fires the three. Here's Garuba. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And so he hits both. 11 seconds left to play here in the first. Now here's Beaubois. From deep. That shot off the mark. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 5. And we'll be back in and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Ibaka with the screen on Beaubois. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Jack passes to Gonzalez. They set the screen. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Right wing. Oturu, the pass to Bryant. Bryant on the wing. Three-pointer. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. Here's Johnson. Scoreless thus far. Puts up a three. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Bryant drives in. Count it. Bryant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Team foul. Number 33. First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Ibaka for three. Drops in the tray. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Back to Beaubois. With the drive. Here's Oturu. Just 5 on the clock. The three from Bryant. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Ibaka with the screen on Bryant. And it's blocked. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And the three ball is good. Bryant's got 11 points.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here we go. Fast break. Bryant's got it. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And yes, it's good. Dak's got his first points of the night.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Oturu, the pass to Bryant. 1:53 left now here in the second. Pass to Johnson. fires away from outside. No good.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Left side, Gonzalez. He's covered by Bobois. From past the arc. Rebound by Johnson.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And Bryant kicks to Johnson. Lets the three fly. And Gonzalez pulls it down. One-on-one here. Ibaka in the post. To the left wing. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
They set the pick. Bryant drives in. Can't hit that one. Ibaka with some nice D. He's covered by Bobois. Pass to Gonzalez. There's the drive, and he jams it with authority.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
For three, gets it to go from beyond the arc. 7 points in the game.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Up 8. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said, now it's time to check in. And that concludes.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Poirier in at the center, locking down the middle. A three ball. Buries it from three-point range. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
He's got his own, and it's Tavares in at the 5 down low. A nice shot by Campazzo.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
There's a screen. Here's Larkin. And that one is stuffed right through.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's Musa. Here's Tavares. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. It's intercepted. Here's Garuba. 7 points in the game. It's Hezonja in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. That one's not going to go.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Here's Musa. Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. Hezonja's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
This one for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Azania's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Larkin, the pass to Nwora. There's the pick. Pass to Larkin. From outside the arc, drills the three-pointer. Larkin's got 8 points.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
They get it again. Here's Tavares. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on them now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
A minute 50 left to play here in the third. A nice shot by Campazzo.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Here's Larkin. And that one, good. He's got 10.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Musa. He's covered by Thompson. Sinks the triple.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Larkin. Clock at 6. No good on the triple.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Garuba's shot is off. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
Thompson's gotten 2 of his 5 attempts from deep to go. Here's Musa. He's covered by Thompson. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 15.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Larkin, the pass to Nwora. Lets it go from deep. Not going to go that time. Here's Campazzo. 5 points in the game. To the inside. There's the steal. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Leading by 9. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. They've got Bryant. And it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Bryant against Gonzalez. There's the triple. The shot by Bryant, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Ibaka with a screen on Bobois. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that.
First one falls for.
The away team, number 24. 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Bryant. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. From past the arc. Here's Oturu. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Ibaka outside. Pass to Gonzalez. From deep. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. The 3 from Beaubois. Drains the three-pointer. Beaubois has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And here's Johnson outside, and Gonzalez pulls it down. Here's Deck, and there's the drive.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Dan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. Bryant outside. There's the screen. Lets the 3 fly. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan. And a long wind-up and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. The 3 from Beaubois. Rebound by Tavares. Beaubois has gone 1 of 6 shooting from the field. 1:44 left to play here in the 4th.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Musa can't hit. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Bryant has the open look with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Bryant's got 6 in the quarter.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Campazzo. And there it is for him.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Outside Bryant. Johnson sets the screen for Bryant. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Musa. No good with the triple. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Into the lane. It's blocked. And they get it back. From deep, Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant. Here's Campazzo. From deep three-point territory. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one.
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Thursday afternoon coverage of the NBA. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Korkmaz. 4-3. Poirier with the rebound. Here's Larkin. Pass to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Korkmaz. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Poirier. Pass to Smits. Here's Larkin for 3. Nails it from 3.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And he drives in. Yep, that one's good. Larkin's got 5 now.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
And here's James. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
James against Thompson. Pass to Poirier. They set the pick. Three-pointer. Thompson's shot is off. It's James on the wing. Defended by Thompson. The steal. Here's the break. Here's Larkin. The three is up. Hits a three-pointer. Give him 8 points now.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
A three, James. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Thompson. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Poirier. Off target with a jump hook. Here's Calathes, defended by Thompson. The ball's knocked loose. And it's always a great time to check on the power rankings. Things heating up here in March. They've stalled a little bit, looking to get something started and make a move up the ladder.
When I look at this visiting team, they've surprised a lot of people this season. It's why this squad plays with such a chip on their shoulder and has proven many wrong.
Here's Nora. He's scoreless. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Poirier passes to Thompson. From down in the low post, it goes. Thompson's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Here's Calathes. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Larkin. On target from range. Larkin's got 11 points.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter. Attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Here's Calathes. From behind the arc. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Thompson against James. They set the screen. And that one's good. Thompson. He's got 7.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
They have to figure out a way to lock down the ball and stop giving it away.
30 seconds left in the first. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Smits. No points yet. Over to the left wing. Thompson outside. 5 on the clock. Offline with a 3. Got it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Up 6. And we'll get the second. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Diallo outside, fires the 3. Oturu with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Bryant outside. Pass to Willis. Here's Beaubois. Here's the 3. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
And there's the drive. The jump hook. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Number 32.
That one's no good. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
Diallo outside. Here's Matajunas. Here's a Kobo. That three's off the mark.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Here's Bryant. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
There's the block. Fires the three. Drills it from deep. Bryant's got 5.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
For 3, Diallo nails it from beyond the arc. Diallo's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Diallo's gone 1 for 2 from deep. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. They get it again. Kicks it out to Bryant. Pass to Oturu. Here's Bobois. There's a screen. And yep, it's good. Bobois got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Takes it inside. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
From the arc. No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one. Pass to Corneli. Here's a Kobo. He's scoreless. Here's Matajunas. Here's a Kobo. Takes a 3. No good on the shot.
That's exactly how you have to defend him on the perimeter. Can't allow any space.
Here's Willis. 3-pointer off the mark. Out left to the wing. Fires it. For 3, Diallo. The rebound by Willis. Diallo's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. On the wing, Bryant. Beyond the arc. Drains the triple. Bryant's got 8.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Here's Matajunas. Pass to a Kobo. Let's go with a 3. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And Bryant gets it to go. Bryant's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Oh, sweet move. Oturu with the rebound. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Willis, covered by Diallo. Floats one up. Snatched up. Here's Bobois. From outside the arc. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Bobois got 10 points now, just in this quarter. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Leading by 17. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the...
Well, I think for the home team, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recap?
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the home team. That does it for halftime.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Larkin. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Korkmaz. There's the triple. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And here's Thompson for 3. The shot that time not on target. Thompson's gone 1 of 5 on 3-point tries. Pass to Brown. To the left wing. Here's Korkmaz. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Korkmaz has got 5 points.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Larkin. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
James deciding where to go with it. From deep. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the pick. Thompson attacking. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 9.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Here's Kalathis. And the layup falls.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Kalathis has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Launches it. It doesn't go for him. Here's Korkmaz. He's got 5. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the jumper to drop. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. James with a steal. The 3. Thompson pulls it in. Here's Larkin. He's got 15. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown. Larkin's got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
James can't get it to go.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Thompson passes to Smits. From downtown, the shot misses. Here's Kalathis. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Korkmaz. The shot from the low post is good. Korkmaz has got 9.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
And here's Thompson for 3. That one is off.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Pass to James. A minute 15 left in the third quarter. There's the 3. Poirier with the rebound.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Here's Nora. They set a pick. Launches a 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Nora's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And James puts up a deep three. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Fires from deep. Again, the miss by James.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Larkin. Three-pointer, no good. James, outside, shoots over Thompson. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 17. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Bryant, no good. Here's a Kobo. Shot is good, off the back rim and in.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Here's Willis, covered by Diallo. And it's Willis missing. Here's a Kobo. And it's all from three-point range.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Bryant inside. Drops in the layup for two.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Diallo outside. Basket's good.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Away team foul. Diallo. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Beaubois. Pass to Willis. Here's Beaubois. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's a Kobo. Pure from three-point range.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th here. Here's Beaubois. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Pass to Corneli. Diallo outside. Here's Mata-Yunus. And he dunks it down.
A brilliant dunk. And he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. There's a screen. And here's Bryant outside. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Driving inside, and then Bryant with the dunk.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way. Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
On the wing, Bryant. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Cornelie. Here's Akobo, covered by Bryant. Here's Akobo. Stolen by Bryant. Puts up a three. They get it back. Here's Beaubois. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range. Kicks it out to Bryant. The three. The rebound by Cornelie. Here's Akobo. Off the mark there with a three. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
The rebound by Cornelie. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Akobo. They turn it over. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Beaubois. Fires away from way outside. And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight. And the
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Kalathis. Here's Korkmaz. A rebound by Hazanya. Here's Garuba. He's covered by Brown. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Pass to Papagiannis. Here's Kalathis. Five on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. Campazzo, the pass to Musa. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You gotta love him. His hustle. So leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Kalathis. To end the run, he lays it in.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Here's Korkmaz. Brown outside. Pass to Kalathis. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Kalathis has got his second bucket of the night.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
They get it again. Garuba. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Hazonia with the ball. He's picked up by James. Takes the three. Hits it from three-point range.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Kalathis kicks to James. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Here's Campazzo. And the layup's good off the glass. Campazzo's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Here's Brown driving the lane, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Scooped up, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
James, no good. There's 1:17 left to play here in the first. Great open look there. He has 5.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Musa. Buries it from three-point range. Musa's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the basket by Papagiannis.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Here's Musa. 8 points for him. Going inside. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's James. From past the arc. And Garuba pulls it down. With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
And finish off by Hezonja.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Korkmaz. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Musa. The wing jumper off target.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And an overpowering first quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Korkmaz is out there at Corniche, and it's Moniunas in its center, locking down the middle. Ibaka looking for an opening. It's up a 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And they're moving it up. Here's Okobo. Drops in the tray off the fast break.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
They get the rebound. Out to Ibaka. Second shot opportunity. Beyond the arc. Gonzalez. That's good. Gonzalez has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Korkmaz passes to Corniche. The rebound by Ibaka.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And Ibaka slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. After Okobo. Here's the 3. Deck pulls it in. Okobo's gone 1 of 3 on the night. There's a good screen. Here's Deck. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Good on the three-point shot. Okobo's got 6 in the quarter.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Three-pointer. Moniunas grabs the miss. Fast break, here we go. On Wednesday, then on Thursday.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Here's a Kobo. 6 points for him. Plays it up off the glass. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Baca against Modi Yunus. Let's go. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Baca's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. A crossover. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Gonzalez passes to Ibaka. Nailed from three-point land. Ibaka's got 7.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Out to the right wing. Here's a Kobo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 1:20 left in the first half of basketball. Count it. He has 5.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
They get it back. Yeah, and he goes in for the dunk.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Oh, good on the triple. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So the wing on the left. Here's a Kobo, defended by Ibaka. And it's a Kobo missing.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Outside Gonzalez. Here's Ibaka. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Leading by 17. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
When you outwork your opponent like this, getting those extra shots, it just shows your guys want it more, man.
Yeah.
And changing. Thank you for being with us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've got Hezonja, and it's Musa in at the 2. Colathis dishes to James, and that one is off.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
They've got James. Korkmaz is out there with Brown, and it's Colathis in at the point guard. Takes a 3. Campazzo's shot is off. We've got Hezonja, and it's Musa in at the 2. Here's Korkmaz. Off target with his 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
We've got Brown. James is out there with Korkmaz, and it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Now here's James. Shoots the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. James has got 5 now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Garuba. Here's Azania. Pass to Musa. The three connects from three-point range. 13 points in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Hazonia on the wing. Traps in the tray.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The game is certainly going international. Commissioner Adam Silver says, with basketball's exponential growth, it's now truly a global game. We're fortunate that the very best in the world want to play in a single league. And Kevin, the NBA continues to draw talent from all corners of the globe.
And David, you've been all over the globe, and the talent level undeniable.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. There's a screen. Shoots from the corner. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Azania's got 10.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
From deep, James. A rebound by Hazania. James has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Here's Musa. Hits the three-point bomb. Musa's got 6 here in this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's James. Good. It's Calathis who picks up the assist. Calathis has got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Musa. 16 points for him. And they call an illegal screen here.
Only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening don't look good.
Calathis kicks to James. For the three. The three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Here's Azania. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Papagiannis passes to Calathis. James looking around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. James has got 11 points here in just the second half. From deep. And Azania gets it to go.
He knocked one deep ball in the first half, but you start to get the feeling he's finding his rhythm out there now.
Papagiannis kicks to James. Left side, Brown. This one for three. And Garuba pulls it down. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Musa. James defending. Lets it fly. Musa with the bucket. Musa's got 18 points. Here's Calathis. He's got 7. Pass to Papagiannis. Back to James. Lets it go from deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So, Greg, you played the point. In creative player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Corniche is out there with Diallo, and it's Moniunas in at the 5 spot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
From deep three-point land, that one no good. Now here's Diallo. Pass to Corniche to the left wing. Now Diallo for 3. No good that time.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's the screen. And it's blocked. And here we go. There's the 3. Okobo. That's good. Okobo's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Gonzalez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, third team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2, Gonzalez.
And he makes both free throws. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Okobo. That's good.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
First free throw is good.
Okobo at the line for 2.
And so he makes both from the line.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Pass to Depp. Trains the three-pointer.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Ibaka against Moniunas. Ibaka goes in. Can't hit from in close. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
There's the pick from outside the arc. Moniunas grabs the miss. Moniunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Count the basket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Took him no time at all on that one.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
1:53 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Diallo. Takes it off the glass.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's guarded by Diallo. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Home team, Hazonia, taking 2 shots.
Good on both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Cornish, and he makes good on the layup. Cornish has got 4 this quarter.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Here's Campazzo. They set the screen. Pass to Garuba. That one doesn't go. To the wing right side. Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. Here's a Kobo. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound by Tavares. Launches a 3. Musa can't hit. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Diallo. Launches it. Tries again and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Campazzo. Fires the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Thompson outside. Pass to Smith. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. There's a screen. There's the three. Garuba with a rebound. Chalk up 2 there.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Nora. Drops in the three.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Knocks down the triple.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Here's Larkin on the take. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Pass to Azonia. There's a screen from Garuba. Here's Azonia. Nora grabs the board.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Here's Smith. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. He buries it from 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Here's Musa. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Larkin. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. Larkin's gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Away team foul. Larkin. First personal foul. First team foul.
Long range from the inbound. Musa, no good. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And there's the screen. And it's Thompson penetrating. Deflected! Here's Garuba. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. Garuba's got 5 now.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The shot by Hazonia, no good. And here's Thompson for 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Offensive rebound. Musa. And that one is hammered home.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Campazzo. There's a screen from Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Inside. Picked it out of midair. Thompson scanning the floor. 54 seconds left in the first.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Here's Garuba. Buries it from three. Garuba's got his third bucket of the night.
Can't give those openings defensively. He'll just keep exploiting them.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Didn't want to settle for something going away from the basket. Aggressive with a finger roll.
Here's Campazzo. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Musa. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Larkin. 7 points in the game. There's a screen. From behind the arc. He's off on that one. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Up 7, and we'll get things started in the second. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They control the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Oh, got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Ibaka with it. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's Willis. Three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
The rebound by Willis.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Here's Gonzalez, covered by Bryant. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Screen by Deck. From downtown, the shot won't fall. Here's Oturu. Pass to Willis. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One thing they've been able to do in the first half is control the ball. They've given it up only once.
Kept alive. Now here's Ibaka. Oh, he sticks that one from 20 feet.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Oturu. On the wing, Bryant. Can't get it to fall.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Now here's Ibaka. He's guarded closely. Ibaka's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Bryant with it, and Ibaka picks him up defensively. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up.
First team foul.
Free throw good. Bryant. Off with the layup.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. They set the screen. Here's Willis. Nails it from 3. Willis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Let's go with a 3. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Cash money on the open jump shot. Here's Beaubois. He's scoreless. 1:44 left in the second quarter. Fires in the triple.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
Shot from the low post is good. 1:20 left in the second period. Bryant outside, driving in. Pass to Willis. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Here's Gonzalez. Just 5 on the clock. Lays it up and banks it in. 46 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Bryant. Into the lane. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter. It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. Screen by Deck. Ibaka for 3. They get it back. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. He's got 5. Here's Beaubois all alone. Gonzalez pulls it in.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
I like their follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shots and walking away. They're hunting for those second chance opportunities.
And now let's take a moment. And that is going to do.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the shooting guard position. Here's Larkin. On target from range. Larkin's got 10 points.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
They set a pick. Here's Campazzo. No good on the 3. And here is Thompson. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Poirier. Here's Larkin. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Here's Campazzo. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Campazzo's gotten his second bucket. Campazzo's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Thompson outside. They set the pick. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
That free throw is good from Thompson. Here's Musa. He has 7. Over Thompson. Musa, good. 9 points in the game. Here's Larkin. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Nora. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And it's all tied up.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Here's Campazzo. He's got 5. And down it goes. 2 points. Campazzo's got 7 points.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Larkin with the bucket.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
Tries a 10-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Home team foul. Hazonia. First personal foul. Second team foul.
For the lead. Shot's good by Thompson. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
There's a screen from Garuba. Here's Campazzo. To the wing on the left. Hazonia sends it home from 3-point land. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Smits can't get it to go. Campazzo pass to Garuba. Misses a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Nora, no good.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
1:46 left in the third. From deep 3-point range, the long distance 3 is buried. Nora's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Here's Larkin. He's got 12. And he drives in. And it's good. 2 points. Larkin's got 14 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
There's a screen from Garuba.
Away team foul. Thompson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Off the inbound pass. And he jams it home with authority.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I could settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Larkin with the bucket.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Pass to Musa. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Garuba. Pulls up on the wing. No good that time. Here's Thompson. And Hazonia pulls it down.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Larkin. That'll count. No good. Misses at the buzzer. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Yep, that one's good. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Driving to the basket and rejected. On the wing, Bryant. The three ball. No luck on that one. Bryant's gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Here's Gonzalez, covered by Bryant. Ibaka with a screen on Bryant. Here's Gonzalez. An easy 2 on the layup.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Willis. Oh, right between the eyes. All net that time.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Bobois. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Screen by Deck. Driving inside. Basket's good.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Here's Bobois. Pass to Oturu. And here's Bryant outside. Here's Willis. 6 on the shot clock. That three's off the mark.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's the pick. Bryant, the pass to Willis. From deep. And the three-pointer goes. Willis has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Substitution on the court.
And that goes out of bounds. Now keep possession. Got a piece of it. 3 on 3. Takes the 3. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
They set the pick. Launches a 3. Musa, good.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
Here's Smith. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's the definition of clutch. Hitting the big-time shot on a bigger opponent.
Sometimes it just comes down to sheer will. Taking challenges head on because you need those points.
Here's Campazzo. The three-pointer off the mark. Campazzo's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Thompson right side. 1:05 left to play in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Larkin passes to Smits, and he buries it.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it. Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Here's Hazonia. This one for three. Offensive rebound.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson. It falls!
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
Here's Campazzo. Oh, bangs home the three!
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
Here's Larkin. The three. Oh, that shot had a chance, but the all-or-nothing shot attempt is off the mark. And so the home crowd treated to a win. What?
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Nora in at the small forward. Here's Poirier. He's covered by Brown. There's the screen. Here's Larkin. No good from outside. Now here's James. He's guarded closely. Fires from deep. Poirier grabs the miss. On the wing, Thompson. From downtown, drills the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's James. It's a three-point game. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Korkmaz passes to Kalathis. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson against James. The three. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Smits. The tray. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. James against Thompson. Here's Kalathis. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Kalathis has got 5.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
You really don't want to allow him to get too comfortable, but even with stifling defense, he's going to still find a way to get it in the basket.
Here's Kalathis. He has 5. Pass to James. Lets the 3 fly. No good on that one.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. Thompson against James. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Kalathis. Korkmaz kicks to Kalathis. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And they're pushing it up. And it's Smits missing. Smits has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. And here's James outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. 8 points for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
James has gone 2 of 4 from distance tonight. 1:14 left here in the first quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Kalathis. He's covered by Thompson. No one near James as he lets it go. Good. That's Kalathis who picks up the assist.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Poirier. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
The drive by James, and he comes up with the deuce. James has got 13.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Here's Nwora. There's the pick. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. Arkin in the corner from the arc, and the 3-ball is good.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
James against Thompson. Brown sets a screen for James. Over Thompson. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 7, and back with the start. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Corniche is out there with Diallo, and it's Moniunas in at the center. Here's Beaubois, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Beaubois got his first points of the night. They've got Willis, and it's Bryant in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Corniche. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Beaubois outside. Fires the 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the basket by Oturu.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Akobo, the pass to Corniche. Banked in off the glass. Corniche has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
The offensive rebound. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, GA, he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
They set the pick from deep. Beaubois. Eunice grabs the miss.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Diallo inside. Willis on him. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got his second bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Driving in. Beaubois, that's good.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Beaubois has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Okobo looking over the floor. Pass to Corniche.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Okobo, defended by Bryant. Okobo, that's good.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
There's 1:47 left to play here in the half. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
You know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Pass to Corniche. Drives to the hoop. Out left to the wing. Bryant with the steal. Here's the break. They set the pick. The 3 ball. The rebound by Okobo. He's covered by Willis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Now here's Bryant. 3-pointer. Right wing. Clock at 6. That doesn't go either for Bryant.
He is 0 for his last however many this quarter, guys. Might need to get him out and let him settle down a bit here. A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Eunice with it. Hasn't made one yet. Okobo. Yes, that goes in.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Beaubois outside to stop the run. That one's not going to go. And so we wrap up the first half. They lead by 14. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hey, folks.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely
And now let's take a glimpse. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Thompson is out there with Larkin. And it's Poirier in at the 5 spot.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
and the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
James looking around. Round inside. Here's Papagiannis, stolen by Thompson. Here's Larkin. James defending. Thompson outside. It's good from long range. Thompson's got his third bucket of the night.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Here he goes.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Shooting for the away team.
Larkin hits them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Here's Calathes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Calathes has got 7 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Thompson for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
There's Korkmaz on the wing, James. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Fires for 3. And it's Smith's missing. Smith has gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Korkmaz. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 6 points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Calathes. Back to Korkmaz. 6 to shoot. From deep, James. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got 5 rebounds tonight. Thompson in the corner. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Korkmaz. Good. That's Calathes who picks up the assist. Calathes has got 5 assists tonight.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Outside, James. Pass to Papagiannis. Back to James. Good. James has got 17.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Calathes. He has 7, and they pick up 2.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Calathes has gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Sinks the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
From deep, James. Good on the triple. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 14. And coming up is And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Corniche, and it's Diallo in at the 3, the small forward. That's to Okobo. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Willis against Diallo. Willis, the pass to Bryant. They set the pick. Lets it go with the 3. Madiunas grabs the miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And it's Okobo missing. Left side, Beaubois. They get it back. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse for them.
And it's Willis finishing it off.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Low ball outside. And it's Bryant in the corner. A 3 ball. And he's good on the 3 ball. Bryant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Pass to Corniche. Now Madiunas. Here's Diallo. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Outside, Willis. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do. And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Diallo. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Beaubois. Pass to Oturu. It's Beaubois on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Latrey cans it from downtown.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
He's covered by Beaubois. Here's Corniche. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Bryant's gone just 1 for 7 shooting tonight. Corniche, the pass to Diallo. Odin, a screen on Willis. Fires from deep. Diallo, no good. Diallo against Bobois. The kick out to Bryant. Fires the three. The rebound by Akobo. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A three-pointer off the mark. And so the home crowd treated to a win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2. Here's Korkmaz, puts up a deep 3. Garuba with a rebound. Here's Hezonja. Gets a very good look and converts.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
James outside. And the layup is good.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Campazzo. Here's Musa. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now, here is James. He's closely guarded. Lets it go from deep. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Here's Garuba, defended by Brown. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. The layup off target. And they're pushing it up. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set. Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
From outside the arc, he's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
To the left side wing. Fires it. James can't get it to go.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
4-3. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
There's a screen from Garuba. Here's Campazzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Campazzo's got 5 now.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. There's a screen. The 3, James hits the trifecta. 7 points in the game.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Musa. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
These are his first free throws of the game. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. Here's Hezonja. And a miss there on the triple. In transition. Here's Korkmaz. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. Korkmaz has gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Here's Campazzo. He's got 5. Knocks down the long J.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
Calathes. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. He was all alone on that one.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Here's Korkmaz. He has 7, and he converts the layup. Korkmaz has got 9 points.
Oh, neither of these teams can miss. At the same time, neither is playing a ton of defense either.
With 2 seconds left. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Well, you have to love the hustle to follow it up there. Timed that tip perfectly.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Leading by just 2. And the second quarter is on. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
For 3, Diallo. No good. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's a Kobo. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Deck going inside. Misses from close range. Fires for 3. Pass to Corneli. Clock at 6. It's picked off. High post Ibaka. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's Corneli to the paint. Here's Montejunas. And he banks in the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Ibaka for 3. The rebound by Corneli. Close them in on 2 minutes played here in the second. And there's a pick. Here's a Kobo. Drains the triple. He's got 5.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Ball stolen. On the break. Missed inside.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Ibaka against Diallo. Puts up a deep 3. Ibaka's shot is off. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Diallo. Fires the 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. And they're on the break. Ball's going up the court. Deck passes to Ibaka. They get it again to the middle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They still need this. The rebound by Corneli. Pass to Akobo. The 3 is up. He drops it from range.
It took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Screen by Ibaka. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow. That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
There's a screen beyond the arc. That one is off.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
To the inside. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Takes a three. The rebound by Corneli. Corneli's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Diallo. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Drives to the hoop, and that one drops for him.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Ibaka with a steal. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Up by 4, and we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Please go.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's Calathes. And he makes it. Calathes has got his second basket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Hazonia in at the small forward position. Six to shoot. Three-pointer. And he can't get that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as...
Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Here's Calathes. Pass to James. They set the pick. For 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. James has got 10 points in the game.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Calathes. And he gets it to go. Calathes has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
James, right side. There's a screen. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Pass to Korkmaz. Launches it. There's the drive. The layup misses. Here's Musa. Check by James. Musa, good.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this second half. 4 for 5 so far.
James outside. Three-pointer. That shot off. Pass to Musa. For the tie. Drills it from deep. He's got 11.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
From 12 feet, Korkmaz, no good.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
For the lead, connects from downtown. Garuba's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Yep, that one goes.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Azonia, and he dumps it down.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. Fires the 3. Garuba with a rebound. Here's Musa. Check by James. Here's Korkmaz. The shot misses. Here's Musa. Check by James. And Campazzo missing. Here's James on the wing. He's got 10. Pass to Korkmaz. Up top, Brown. Fires from deep. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Here's Campazzo. Back to Garuba. Here's Musa. From outside, off the mark. And so after 3 quarters of play, some great offensive output in this one. It's all tied up. Don't go any. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their 3-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Number 24.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Akobo. Pass to Corley.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Here he goes. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And he drops the first.
At the line for the away team, number 24. 2 shots.
It's both from the stripe. And here's Diallo. Here's Mata Yunus. Ibaka with a steal. Down low. Here's Deck. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
What a 2-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Screen Gained by Deck. They grab their own miss. And he lays it up and in. Deck's gotten 4 this quarter.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Okobo gets the bucket.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks. And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's the fast break. The 3, Diallo sinks it from distance.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
So he gets them both.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
The home team calls timeout. So it's the home team now. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Takes it inside. It's Cornely missing.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Here's Garuba. Soft touch off the glass.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Garuba's gotten everything to drop so far. Shooting 4 of 4. James deciding where to go with it. From the arc. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now. James has gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. Here's the 3. That shot is good by Campazzo.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
With the drive.
I like that. Playing big.
Hey, love the way he got off the ground for that one.
Well, we don't see him throw it down too often, but he's clearly got the size and ability to get up there. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Mata Yunus. Knocks it loose. He gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Puts up a 3. Okobo, no good. Here's Garuba, covered by Diallo. Pass to Azonia. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Can they get it? And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
There's a screen from Garuba. Pass to Azonia. With the fadeaway. Here's Musa. Deflects the pass. James with a steal. From outside the arc. Count it. Now 5 of 11 to the game. 32 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Campazzo. Check by James. 5 on the clock. Misses the layup. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold.